G'day, ladies. We're going to be talking about the harvest stock take time. And as the Women's Health Hub is about not going it alone, doing it together to remind ourselves of where we've come from, where we're going and what we're going to do. So let's duck into this and know that you can change your mind chatter. You can achieve where you want to go. However, we need to spend time on oneself to unlock those fears and guilt so that you can get out there and enjoy your life and make the most of it. But I would love you to be able to captivate your calm so that you can have that confidence when you're out there doing your work, when you're mixing with people and being active in the society. And then I also love you to understand and delight in your contentment. And this, looking at the harvest time, is about being content. So let's look at how you can do that. What is it you can do this month? Because if this was your month to harvest all your goodness of what you've achieved, particularly the last 6 months of working on yourself, what would those achievements look like? How would it be? And it's something for you to consider as we work through this today. So I'm going to share with you my slideshow and we'll work from that. So as I said, going it alone is pretty tough, and discussing it together makes a big difference to help you think, because often a lot of us think very similarly, but we don't realise that's the case. So going it alone can be a long, hard journey up the hill, whereas sharing it together, and even for myself, it helps know where I've come from and where I'm going to. To create your harvest and stock take time, what is it you've actually done, particularly in the last 6 months? So we've talked about our 3 big rocks, and I'll go through that a little bit more shortly. What has been created? For me, I've sold my business of 25 years, which has been it's taken years to actually get to that point. But now it's time for me to stop, relax in that harvest, and what have I actually achieved? What have I done in that 25 years? All the study, all the people I've helped over the years, all the items I've created within my clinic, and the training of the different practitioners within the clinic. And there's most probably more, but they're the big ones. And for me to spend time on that harvest, I need to stop, reflect, and look at it. So in the past, if you think about harvesting, let's say a field of wheat, you've harvested the wheat, and what happens at the end? You've got it all together, you might put it in your silos or in your barns, but often there's a big party. There's people, and it's not just you, it's other people. So it's gathering other people to reward and enjoy that goodness, to gather those crops and to share the goodness that you've received. And that's what this harvest time is about, is stopping, sharing and reflecting in that time. So to create your harvest, in the first place, you would have put a seed in the ground, and a seed are our thoughts. Our thoughts create our actions, and our actions become our life, whatever that might be. Whether it's a positive or a negative seed, it will do the same. So it's very important we know what types of seeds we want to plant. And that's where your vision board and your 3 big rocks come in. So these seeds are vital to spend time on, because if we're putting a negative seed, we're going to get a negative result. If we put in a positive seed, we're going to get a positive result. But we have to keep flourishing and nourishing and watering that seed for it to grow, to create our harvest of what that might be for us. And to do that, make sure you get your vision board. And some of you have created that vision board already, but have another look at it. In this last 6 months, what have you done? Have you lost that weight you wanted? Have you gained that weight you wanted? Have you embedded or improved those relationships with people? Have you become calmer and more relaxed in what you're doing in life? All of those things are important, but if we don't have them somewhere visible to look at them, and they're special to you. They're not the same as mine. They're different. So have that vision board, get it out, and know what you've achieved. And that's what the harvest is about, is looking at it from the last 6 months. I know mine has changed over the last 6 months, and I actually need to reset it a little bit more. Not a major lot, just a bit more. But those 3 big rocks, and 90% of you said it was your health. Have you been looking after your health? And as I mentioned, some have lost weight, some have gained weight, because that's what they want. And as a result, their sugar and different health issues have altered, which is great. So health encompasses a number of things. And in my book, there's the 5 keys. One is exercise. One is your mindset. One is nurturing yourself and sustaining good food. What sort of food are you having in your life? And the feeling calm and happy. So health encompasses a whole range of things. For you, it might be just going and exercising once or even twice a week. But long that you're consistent is what the key is. The other could be planning your meals for the week, so you're organised, because often we're very busy. But it's about sitting and looking at that health. What is it for you? And then the work one. Well, work and spirituality sat here sort of half and half for different people. So it's about looking at that spirituality or that work, whatever they might be, and thinking, okay, what is it for me? What's important? I know with mine, it's about speaking to people, talking to people, because it's not a common thing for me to stand up and talk to the world. But it's about me being strong in my visibility, being strong in myself to know that it's all right for me to stand up straight and tall, have that confidence, and know that I have the power to share with you so that you can be, or you can be, because that's what it's about, knowing how to do that. And then relationships. Now, relationships are a big one. We're interacting with people every day, whether it's family, whether it's work relationships. It doesn't matter. Relationships are part of everyday life. And we have to feel comfortable within ourselves. We need confidence to go out there and ask somebody, can you do this? Will you do that? Are you able to be part of this with me, or whatever it might be? So relationships is something we have to work on. But first of all, for it to work, we have to work on ourselves, because there's nobody else we can change but ourselves. So these 3 big rocks take time to look at, consider, and put it together. So I recommend you give yourself time, sit there and work through them, and then put them up on the wall where they belong so that you can physically see them and work through them. So now, as you consider those 3 big rocks that you've created in the past 6 months, what has changed? What has changed for you? And once you know that, and obviously the big one for me is my business of 25 years, moving it along. Now that it has changed, What's going to be my reward? How am I going to reward myself for all that work, effort, energy? For me, it's going to go away for 3 days to Mount Tambourine. But for you, it could be, as one of the ladies said, going shopping without a time frame. Just go wandering and look at clothes or whatever it might be. Go and have a look. Another one needed some new Ugg boots, giving herself permission to go do that. Another one was trying on other clothes that she may have had in the past, and just to be able to enjoy and know that she can get back into those clothes, whatever that is. And another one was being with the family. Go and do some activities with them. So reward yourself for creating and changing and improving those 3 big rocks. And when you reward yourself, what actually happens? What happens to you? What happens to the people around you? What happens to your home life? What actually happens? Remember last month we said it's about helping you glow so that you're out there glowing in the world and you're at that better place. You're improved. You're in a better place and space in your head and in your mind and your body. So therefore the whole lot of your life changes and that glowing is rewarded. And in the end, if you want to be someone, you're yourself. You're nobody else. You don't change. You are yourself then. So in this harvest time, you are you. Knowing what you need or require or how you can achieve is one of the most greatest gifts you can give your children and your home life and your family. So be yourself throughout this whole time. And then consider, your harvest and stock take time. Put that time aside. Actually do it. Be that and stay with that so that you can be and enjoy. So, for you to stop and look at your harvest, what will that take? Is it going and sitting outside in the sunshine and just be there for half an hour with no time frame locked in or distractions? Look at that harvest. Consider those 3 big rocks that you've created. How have they changed? What have you done? Where have you got to? And then reward yourself. Stop and bask in that harvest, that goodness, that energy. And as you do that, it will help for our next stage of regeneration, rejuvenation, rejuvenating what you've done because you've spent time and acknowledged what you've achieved. So I look forward to hearing your stories and I look forward to seeing you next month to look at what we're doing next month is quiet rest and rejuvenation, coming back to rejuvenating you and resting in who you are. So I look forward to hearing how you harvest for yourself this month and enjoy your day. I'm Charmaine, your confidence coach.